machine we're using today. Don't turn with it in the ground, that's pretty important. So they call this a gopher getter, burrow builder, whatever. It just goes on a 3-point. We can get out and look at it here. Show you what it's all about. Whoa, Nelly. That's all it is. Just a coulter with a big huge shank that goes down and a tube. Kind of supposed to make a gopher burrow for you. And then ground driven wheels in the back, kind of pack it back a little bit. And then you got your bait in here. This is some stuff my aunt gave me a few years ago. And looks like there's even a measuring cup in there. Anyway, I thought it was a right there measuring. I think there's a measuring cup. Yeah, there is. It looks like oatmeal almost, but this has been in a bucket in the shed for a while, and I thought we better get rid of it before some kid comes along and finds it. And the results with this are mixed. Some people say they work good, some people, I've never used one myself. I found this one on Craigslist, just a little, not too far away, so this looks like a badger hole here, but the badgers are out here because they're looking for the gophers, so we'll run a little bait here too. The gophers are all over out here. This is a bad field. This needs to be taken out. I just kind of try to find the piles and put some bait down around the piles, make a trench. There's a bunch on this hill, so we'll just probably put a whole bunch up here somehow. Well, I'll show it working here quick. Seems seems like they like to live in the road ditches and stuff anyway. So the tip on this thing is kind of, the tip on this thing is kind of blunt and wore, so it doesn't go in the ground as good as it should. And you could angle the center link, but then it doesn't ride in the ground level, because you want that runner to, you know, leave yourself a tunnel so that darn gophers can find it. I think they just, there's like sweet clover growing in this ditch anyway. I think they hide over there for a few years until you grow alfalfa again. And then they come back. So you live in the ditch, the brome. So there you go, you can see that little flipper moving front and back. That's supposed to be putting the poison in the tube there. I was already in here, in case you were wondering. I got another trench there, but I wanted to show you this, so I'll probably just make it stretch all the way along here, since I know they're in the ditch. I mean, that's where you always see them coming from. Those piles are always along the edge of the field first. So there's some over there. I think I got one, maybe two gophers in here. Judging by the runs, I think one gopher makes a run, so over there's my new seeding alfalfa. You can see the color change, the line. New seeding is on the far side, and we're in the stuff that's just a year older. That's also where I had that oats that I put up last year. And then I tested it, and it was so high in nitrates. Well, I tested it again. I'll show you. I made a bale core sampler. I tested it again here this week. Well, I got the results this week. And what was 2,600 in July, or whenever I baled it, is now 600. So either my sampling procedure the first time sucked, or I don't know why it would be so different. I don't think it ensiled a little bit in the bale. It wasn't very wet when I put it up. It was 14% maybe. 10, I don't know. So we're just gonna make a trench all the way along. Probably don't need to. What if I find a gopher over the hill I want to get? I want to go over here and look at this alfalfa anyway. From what I saw, it looks like I got a pretty darn good stand on it compared to last year or last fall. So I was kind of worried about, I just thought I should maybe throw some orchard grass out there, but I don't think I need to. This is supposed to have some meadow brome in it, this old part. And you can see that when it comes around 1st of June, you'll see that all in here. But let's put you on pause again. But I had some winter kill in this right along the edge here last year, and when I got done seeding this new stuff, I kind of filled in here, and it looks like it took, believe it or not. I can't believe that. But this is the hill that I thought was so poor and thin. See what it looks like. There's still a little bit of blotchiness in here. Not as bad as I thought it was. Maybe it is. Maybe we'll drive up here a little bit. Maybe up here it's worse. This end row looks good and thick. It's kind of thinner, but it's not as bad as I thought. You won't even notice that. So Yeah, doesn't look too bad. See over here, it's a little thinner. See that? Just a little thinner. There's my rye growing down there, that green strip. Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as I thought. It'll definitely make hay. So I'll show you my hay probe I built, and then we'll be done. Okay, here's my little hay probe that I built. I just mounted it on a drill and a piece of pipe and just ground an edge on it, and there it is. So when you just go up to your bale and just jam it right in there, and then I unscrew it right here. I unscrew it there, and that's where this dowel rod comes into play, and I poke all the stuff back out. So I probably get I have to do that twice per core, depending on the hay. That oats I sampled, it was almost 3 times. Sometimes I could get it in 2. And then I sampled them sedan bales that I brought home, and I could get them in 2 probes. So I did some fancy welding up here. Don't worry about that. And I just put a little, just a chuck. Shoot. And there's what I put on the end. And I just welded an old 3/8 socket in this reducer. That's it. So that's how I sampled my hay. And while we were at it, I had all this stuff out to get the planter out, so I got tired of all the dirt in here, and I put some rock down. So that'll be nice. Well, kids are already enjoying it. They can play in here and not get full of dust and crap. And so I got everywhere except under the 4400. I didn't even attempt to move it. I just left it. So I don't even know if we'll use it this year. We'll see. But that's what's been going on. Got to get the stuff ready. It's April. So later.